say everybody get out the game. Yes, can I get 5 shots right now? 5 shots.
Can you be nice?
Damn, she got that BBL on her.
You're not filming us, are you?
Nah, this is a stream. I'm filming me. Whoever.
Don't film us. You need to ask us before you do that.
We filming me. You gotta.
It's pointing over here.
Oh, he don't speak English, so every time somebody talks to the camera, he put it on them.
Okay. You know what? I think you guys need to go.
We ain't even do that. What if he stopped filming?
You need to put the camera away.
Alright, put it down real quick. It's on me, bro. It's on me. You ain't gotta put it on.
Yeah. No, you guys need to go. Don't.
It's on me.
No. I've already told you. I told you twice now. You gotta go. I'm not dealing with that. I'm racist.
Yes, you're racist.
Get that on camera. Get out of here.
She's racist.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You just can't make this up. What's going on, family? I hope everybody that is tuned in right now that you are blessed, well, and healthy. One love to the human race, man. But they still gonna come on here and call Rick this and that, Rick this, sell out, the C word, Rick, you know, Rick's racist, Rick, you know, but we gonna come on here and keep it real, authentic, no sugarcoating it, calling for what it is. A lot of people are saying the exact same thing. And I want y'all to just, you know, I don't want it to be a homework project, but I want you to just go out whenever you get a chance. Go on your favorite social media app, or, you know, if you use social media. Obviously, if you're here, then you use social media. Go on X. I would say go on X, but you can go on Facebook and all over the place and just type in black fatigue. It's all over the place. You know, you see Democrat fatigue, black fatigue. It's all kind of things. But black fatigue is trending. And it's been a trending name, trending topic, trending subject for quite a long time, especially with everything that is taking place in this country just in the last couple of years. And what we've seen take place, the insanity, the whole, you know, they've made it to a race war, how the media takes things, and it's just been really bad, man. You know, but people are sick of the foolishness. People are sick of the loud stupidity, the ghetto crap. You know, people are sick of it. And people are making viral videos every single day, looks like. And they're speaking on this, that they have black fatigue. And a lot of black people are now posting videos like this. That I'm just sick of my own people. You know, and it's not all black people, man. It's not all, but people are sick of this crap. So that's when they reach some kind of success, a new promotion, a new occupation, or, you know, career, or any kind of success. What the first thing they do? They leave all the foolishness, all the crap, all the loud ghetto-ness, you know, all the crime, most of the crimes are being committed. They get away from around it, you know. Some of them people get they get real racist. They say, "Oh, I'm going to live where the white people live." And you know what? Quite frankly, I don't think that is racist when the people say that. Tons of people say it. I got to live where the white people living at. You know, I got to get from around all this. You know, they broke into my car, stole all my tires, and put it on. They didn't even leave the chrome bricks. They didn't even think about leaving the chrome bricks. They done damaged the under half, the bolt, the shocks, the suspension is now shot. You know, they went in and stole everything out the car. You know, loud gunshots everywhere. You know, people walking around, pants sagging. I seen his whole. I say, "Sir, pick your pants up." He flicked me off. I tell you, man, and it's not just white people that are tired of UNs. It's black people that are tired of UNs. They got this new term called YN. It's the term that says young. You know, it's called YN. And if you want to go look that up, type in YN on your search bar. See what comes up. You know, see what comes up. But we're gonna get into this. And we're going to bring my brother Brandon on. This is going to be an amazing video. You might want to watch it all the way through. I'm telling you, it's going to be an amazing video. But we just going to come on here and keep it real. You know, we seen a clip that's been going viral. And black man harasses a white woman at bar and then cries victim after getting kicked out. You know, so we're going to jump into that. But I want to just, before we get, I want to just play some of these clips. And let me know what you think about it once we get done playing a couple of these clips. I want to get you guys' opinion, man. What do you think? You know, we're seeing what's taking place with these cases that we have now, where a lot of these things could be prevented, avoided if we also do better parenting, you know. But then again, well, even if we remove the parents at these ages, 17, 18 years old, people got to understand right from wrong. And that your decisions in life come with rewards, consequences, positives, negatives, and you have to live and die behind your decisions. Just like we seen the young man with a stolen car and a gun and got unalived by the police officer. Just when we see the kid who brings a weapon on school property at a track meet. Black people, the black community, BLM scammers. You know, they want to claim he's a hero, he's a celebrity, it was self-defense when it clearly wasn't. You know, we're seeing a lot of things take place, man. And people are sick and tired of all this woke crap, all this foolishness, you know, all this loud stupidity, ghetto, want to cuss everybody out, you know, don't want to act like a regular human being. Y'all bring this into people's businesses, you know. Organizations, people are sick of this crap, man. People are not going for it. The young man that just became a business owner, he's now mad at his own. He says black people are the worst people in this community. I just built my restaurant, and they came in his restaurant in Oakland, and they shot his entire. We can play the clip. They got into a fight and pulled out guns, and then they did a drive-by and shot his entire restaurant up after he just built it. And he said, my own people did me like this. That was his title. My own people did me like this. You know. But we look at places like California, Chicago, all you know, yeah. A disgrace, man. And especially with your elected officials and your politicians that y'all, you know, love so much. You know, they ran these places into the ground. Terrible policies, you know, no common sense, you know. And then when us conservatives talk about it, you know, they drag us through the mud. You know, we're the ones, you know, dragged through the mud. Right about everything, though. But no, these are Democrat heroes, you know, gangbangers, murderers, rapers. I mean, yeah, you know, that's their heroes. Sad, man. Let's go and check this out. We're going to get into some of these clips and then we'll get into the main video.
Stop fucking running from me.
Guess the race of the person who did that. I'll tell you, they were black. Of course they were. And this is why I don't even like to be around my own people. If I was that person in the other booth that got rants all over me, bro, I would have been so mad. Because why are you even doing that? And the person who did it in the comments was defending their actions, talking about it's funny, it's a joke. You're weird. You're weird, bro. Honestly, please be racist towards black people. Maybe that's going to help them stop being like this. Because there's no saving the black community at this point. They're loud, obnoxious, irritating, rude, ghetto. I don't like to be around them. They have more cons than pros. So yeah, hopefully black people can stop acting like this. Because them acting like this impacts me. Because people are going to automatically think I act like this. Because that's how racial profiling happens. I blame the people who act like this, not the people who racially profile me. Because if they didn't act like this, I wouldn't be getting racially profiled.
Man. And as y'all can see, black people, so a lot of black people were doing this challenge, you know, where they go inside the restaurant with the ranch and the chicken tenders, and they take the chicken and slam it, and the ranch just splashes everywhere And then they're sitting right next, you know, she's laughing, thinking it's funny, but there's a family right behind her, and the ranch splashes all on the family that's sitting down trying to enjoy their lunch dinner, you know. But it's many clips like this, man. But as you can see, a lot of people say that they don't even want to be around their own people. Hey, all I can do is show it to y'all, man. They call me all kind of things when we call out the truth, you know. And there's tons of black people that support and love this channel. Tons. We have tons, you know. This channel is very diverse, different countries, different zip codes, states. Yeah. And a lot of people agree with the same things, man. People are sick and tired of the foolishness. For real. But it says the best take on black fatigue you'll hear. And from someone so young. Yeah, this person was this kid is very young speaking like this, man. They probably have a great parents in the household. You can always tell, man, when there's great parents in the household. You can always tell.
The quote.
And this is my homie right here. Let's check this one out.
Black fatigue. This video might make you uncomfortable, but it needs to be made. There's a growing sentiment, most recently, of individuals who are proclaiming they do have black fatigue. And you don't have to be a non-black person to have black fatigue. What does that phrase actually mean? Essentially, black fatigue is a growing weariness of the actions of the quote unquote black community. But it goes deeper than that, because we are in 2025 now, and we are being judged based on the content of our character and not the color of our skin. But the interesting part is, the lie that's been sold to the black community in particular is that the color of our skin dictates the content of our character. That's why in the black community, sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, you are acting white, when they're talking to someone like myself who doesn't act the way most people would expect a conventional black person to act. In their minds, there is a correct way to act black. And the people in your ethnic group who fulfill those very negative stereotypes, those are the ones who are going to essentially drag down the collective whole. And that's why there's individuals who are black who do and can have black fatigue, because they see how damaging it is to see the worst of us attract all this negative attention that then unfortunately gets ascribed to the entire race all too often. But what's unfortunate is here in 2025, now we have to contend with the fact that there's people who are so sick and tired of seeing those negative aspects, those negative individuals in the black community attracting all this attention. That's what is spurring this black fatigue. I think it's something that needs to be talked about. And until we turn inward and address the issues in our own communities, I fear that this is only going to continue and get worse. Yeah. And that's exactly what the powers that be want. They want to have us against each other instead of us against those who are really pulling the strings in the background.
Spot on. Very, very spot on, man. My brother never disappoints. You know. But we're going this is the clip that went viral. As you can see, it went viral on multiple platforms.
Say everybody get out the game. Yes, can I get 5 shots right now? 5 shots.
Can you be nice?
Yeah, she got a BBL on her.
You know. Rude, loud, obnoxious, you know, disrespectful. We have no respect, you know. And then when somebody, you know, wants to call it out and you know, don't want to give you service because, you know, clearly, you know, people are sick of this foolishness. And then all of a sudden, these ladies are so-called racist now, because you're disrespectful, you're rude, you're loud. You know, your parents taught, for a lot of people, your parents taught y'all better, man. A lot of these people y'all see with these videos and these cameras and be doing these YouTube pranks and all this stuff, they come from actually good households, from good parents. So sometimes we can't always blame the parents, man, because some parents still at night put their head down and shake their head and just say, man, I really thought I raised a better kid. I really thought I did a great job. So it's sometimes I know I always put it, you know, us the parents, we have to be involved, do better, you know, and that is true, you know, right from wrong, common sense, you know. But sometimes the parents have done all they can do, and these fools still go out and think they rule the world, that they're always right, that they're unstoppable, that they can say and do anything, get away with anything. They try to get content, you know, for YouTube videos and TikToks, you know. But people are sick of this crap, man. People, you never know what these people will go through, especially at this bar, of how their day of work has been. If they've had a very stressful day, you know. I know there's tons of you guys that can agree with me on this. Again, I've been in customer service. I've worked at restaurants, multiple restaurants. You know, I've had to serve people, so I know how it is. You know, I've never been a bartender though. I've made drinks and milkshakes and stuff like that, and made like regular drinks. But you know, Rick ain't never had to mix that thing up. You feel me? Rick ain't never had to mix that thing up. I know some of them patrons mix it up though. Dark, clear. Some of y'all is drunk right now. Some of y'all crossfaded. They done rolled it up and lit it on fire. I know what them patrons be doing. They don't act like you don't know what you. I know what you be doing. You think you slick and turned the light off. You think you slick.
You're not filming us, are you?
Nah, this is stream. I'm filming me. Whoever.
Don't film us. You need to ask them.
And then they lie. Are you filming us? And they're filming. That's one thing we do. Loud, disrespectful, rude. We're liars. You know. It's all about the content.
We filming me. You gotta.
It's pointing over here.
Oh, he don't speak English, so every time somebody talks to the camera, he put it on them.
Okay. You know what? I think you guys need to go.
We ain't even do that. What if he stopped filming?
You need to put the camera away.
Alright, put it down real quick. It's on me, bro. It's on me. You ain't got.
And just maybe if he came in here with some respect and was nice, the ladies wouldn't even care about the camera. That's most of the time. Again, I've been in public with the camera. I've done public interviews. I've done all the crazy content in the past. So I know how this works. You know, when I was first starting my YouTube career and just trying new things out to see what, you know, what can I learn from this or do from this? Most of the time, if you're nice to people, they don't care that the camera's around. Now, some people do care about the privacy and this and that. You know, they don't want no camera on them. They don't want to be seen on no internet. And I understand that, you know, that I agree with some of those people. Like, you know, I feel you. Get away from me.
Yeah, no, you guys need to go.
It's on me.
No, I've already told you. I've told you twice now. You gotta go. I'm not dealing with that.
She racist, y'all. She racist.
Yeah, I'm racist.
Yes, you're racist.
Get that on camera. Get out of here.
She's racist.
And I want to tell y'all right now, that woman right there is not racist. And it's the same how we play victim. How the first thing that comes out of our mouth is something about the race card is racist. This is racist. When things don't go our way, when we don't look at who's the problem in this situation, and it's obviously that young man is the problem. And people are done with this foolishness and all this crap. I keep telling y'all this, man. People are sick and tired of it, man. People just trying to get by. People are already, you know, barely surviving on what we got going on in America. You know, people trying to, you know, make their money and trying to live their life. You know, but as you look at black fatigue, it's nothing but people arguing, fighting. I can't show some of this on the or you know, censor my video, but as you can see, they tearing things down. Look, just look. I'm gonna give you a glimpse. You know, look, people fighting. You see them fighting. This right here, they outside of a club. A shooting breaks out. Again, tons of these clips. I can't play. It says Asian woman explains black fatigue.
They actually experience.
Let's hear this Asian woman talk about black fatigue. A lot of Asians got black fatigue now too, especially how y'all do them. I'm just saying.
White people attempting to rebrand white rage by co-opting the term black fatigue as though it's a phenomena they actually experience but only recently found the language to talk about is both dystopianly weird and tragically on brand. The copying, the whitewashing, the centering themselves by playing victim. But what's ironically telling about it is that the concept of racial battle fatigue is not new. It's been around for decades, and the term black fatigue has been used by black people for quite a while. Mary Frances Winters wrote a book that came out in 2020 titled Black Fatigue, and it describes the mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion that black people experience because of systemic racism. Now, notice how black people didn't call that white fatigue, because the purpose is not to assign blame in order to justify bad behavior. It is called black fatigue because it is a harm that black people experience, and so their focus is on addressing and combating that harm. Whereas when white people talk about experiencing black fatigue, they are not talking about a harm that they experience because of black people or anybody else. They are literally telling on their own inability to live in society with black people. And that's not new either. That's a pathology that has existed for hundreds of years, but call it what it is, white rage.
And I mean, that was a lot of, that was a lot of big words. We'll just act like we didn't. Look, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. I honestly got thrown off a little bit, but it's just people fighting, tearing up. Look, black people tearing up the store, tearing up the grocery store. Look, and the Hodge twins say, if you know what black fatigue looks like, look at the white lady 10 seconds into the video. Forget about fatigue. She got black exhaustion. Look, now we can't show. Look at the white lady. 10 seconds in. Look at the white lady. Unbelievable. We can't play it though, because if it's got people, people fighting in the grocery store. Another one right here. Huge fight breaks out. I believe at the CVS, and the firefighters had to break up the fight. Yep. You just can't get enough of it. You can't get enough of it. You can't get enough of it, man. People are sick of this crap, man. People are sick of the foolishness. People are sick and tired. But let's get into that video with my brother, man. The main video right here.
Can you be nice? I'm not.
Negroes who are out here today pushing fake propagandist rhetoric that says that white people hate black people and we're such victims, when a lot of times black people are making it up, creating their own fake hate crimes.
Yep.
Story, it is the black fatigue phenomenon. I know you guys heard me talk about it. Many of you guys have heard about it. It is a real thing. It is a real movement. And I don't know if you can feel it in the air, but it is a real movement against the weaponization of empathy for black people. They literally have weaponized the black civil rights movement and the black struggle in America to push their agendas to no end. That means that on the backs of dead, good black people who fought for this country, who died in this country to see freedom one day, for their grandchildren and children's grandchildren, whatever you want to say it, their children and their grandchildren, on their backs as they're rolling in their graves, there are dumb Negroes who are out here today pushing fake propagandist rhetoric that says that white people hate black people and we're such victims, when a lot of times black people are making it up, creating their own fake hate crimes.
Yep.
And as you're going to see in this video, at least this first example, this guy is doing something inappropriate, being it really is sexual harassment. You ask me. Wait till you see what he says. And he tries to cry racism when he's boxed in the corner. And then we're going to talk more about black fatigue as a true phenomenon in a second. But roll this clip.
Say everybody get out the game. Yes, can I get 5 shots right now? 5 shots.
Can you be nice?
Yeah, she got a BBL on her.
Stop right there. So this girl walked away from him, and he said she got a BBL on her. So a BBL is a big booty. Because girls get their booty injected in some of these foreign countries be dying. They get that nasty, ugly, lopsided booty they be doing. I don't know who would pay money to get a lopsided booty with them skinny legs, but they do it anyway. But anyway, this girl walks away from him and he sexualizes her instantly and says she got a BBL on her. To me, no matter what race you are, no matter where you come from, that is inappropriate. It's completely inappropriate. No man should be saying that about a woman, especially saying it on camera while you're attempting to disseminate this to the public. Now, I think no man should think that anyway, but hey, people going to be men. You may look at it and be like, oh, whoa, that's a nice butt. You better ask God for forgiveness, but it ain't like you didn't see it, all right? You either said it or you thought it, and you got to get it fixed in your mind. But for you to have the audacity to come out and yell that or say that in front of this girl, and that's probably her mama, you should be ashamed of yourself. Finish the clip.
You're not filming us, are you?
Nah, this is stream. I'm filming me. Whoever.
Don't film us. You need to ask us before you do that.
We filming me. You gotta.
It's pointing over here.
Oh, he don't speak English, so every time somebody talks to the camera, he put it on them.
Okay. You know what? I think you guys need to go.
We ain't even do that. What if he stopped filming?
You need to put the camera away.
All right, put it down real quick. It's on me, bro. It's on me. You ain't gotta put it on.
Yeah. No, you guys need to go. Go.
It's on me.
No, I've already told you. I told you twice now. You gotta go. I'm not dealing with that.
She racist, y'all. She racist.
Yeah, I'm racist.
Yes, you're racist.
Get that on camera. Get out of here.
She's racist.
All right, stop. I want to go to Angela Rye real quick before we get to this gentleman. But you see how the default reaction, once he had gotten exposed with that, she's a racist. This is what happens more often than not, to be quite honest.
Yep.
And also, now listen to Angela Rye. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Angela Rye is, but she's a political analyst and advocate for social justice, which is a crock of crap. And she's also been on The View. This woman has got a long history of being in journalism. She may have been an activist at some point or whatever she does. Either way, she's an idiot. But listen to what she says. So you see the young man do all that crazy stuff, sexualizing a young white girl, then call racism when they call him out and tell him to get out the store. Listen to what she said. I think what she said is even worse. Roll the clip.
Any moment now, I'm expecting some white person to walk up to me, be right here, and say the N-word in my face and feel like there's no consequence. They're arresting judges. Mm-hmm. They got children representing themselves in court with no other legal protections. Yeah. They deporting people to countries they didn't come from, like en masse. Yeah. They used to do it before, like a little bit here and there. Mm-hmm. These people are crazy. Like, I feel like the insurrectionists that were in the Capitol on January 6th are now running the government. So to me, I'm not saying that there have never been these people, yes, and that it wasn't suppressed. Yes. It's like now they loud and proud with it.
I agree with you.
You know?
No, I'm 100% we're on the same page, but I guess what I'm saying is this was bound to happen, yes, because the issues that have been underlying have yet to be addressed.
I agree with that.
And to your point of always needing to make sure we're engaging in strategy, we can't wait until things look super bad to then say, oh, we have to do something. The issue is, I think we feel like because we've been told our history has only happened in spurts, our movement has to be consistent and sustaining and long-term, period. And so even past this moment, we can't think about change and strategy in our approach to just getting someone out of office or, you know, it literally has to, these people have been making Project 2025 since 19 what?
This is a 40-year plan. They
40-year plan.
They just renamed it.
40-year plan.
Yeah, we're in crisis again, and yeah, we're responding in crisis again. But how do we make it more sustaining? How do we endure? Yeah. And we can't endure.
I can't listen to the foolery anymore. Pan the clip so you see that dark-skinned sister. I just want to see her face. Give me a better look. All right, good. Let me make a point here. Both of these women are unmarried, and both of them are the epitome of wasted talent and potential in the black community that we see going awry, right? No pun intended. But this woman said she's waiting for the moment for a white person to walk up in her face and say the N-word. Like, white people would never do that. I mean, not never, but most of the time you would never experience that in your life. it's more likely that a black person walk up in your face and say something crazy to you than a white person would ever dream of. You know why? Because if a white person do that, they're done. Bring them back on. I got a point. To me, I don't know what y'all think. What a beautiful young black woman. But the brain is dead.
The brain is dead.
That is a wasted, beautiful black woman. And this is why black men and these women ain't getting chose by good men. Because she may walk around and look pretty and got her hair down, her style up, but she is dumb as rocks. She is a perpetual victim. And the matriarchy that runs the black community is the reason the black community as a whole is failing at breakneck speed. And this is what we talked about earlier on Jason Whitlock's show, is that even the elite amongst the people of the melanin are ignorant and disingenuous at best. And it's sad to see a young woman who I think could be so much better than she is. Angela Rye is a lost cause, but the other girl, but just completely wasting away. And ain't never really gonna marry somebody that's gonna add value to the black community. She just can't. She can be single forever with that attitude. All right, let's play the clip regarding this phenomenon, black fatigue, and let's watch it here. Roll it.
To black fatigue, it has recently
we did a video. We did a video on
feeling that some white and black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some black people.
Y'all seen the video we did on this? Y'all showed a lot of love in that video too. We did a video on this, man.
The claims of racism from sunup to sundown, loud talking, fighting, and the list goes on. Not my list now, keep that in mind. But some people are tired of the complaints and don't give a damn. Here's what one TikTok user had to say about it.
It's not racist, and I know y'all have been told this is racist, but it's not. It's not racist to call black people out for their behavior and what they're doing to society at this moment. I'm glad people are noticing this because it's been so many years and it's finally catching up to y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all that white people are tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all too, but everybody, the world is getting sick of y'all and y'all's. I'm so glad this day is here. I've been trying to get out there that you people need help. It's me, but me and other black conservatives. We've been trying to warn society that this is what it's gonna come to when y'all keep coddling black people.
All righty, are her feelings valid? Joining us to talk about it, Dr. Angela Jones, political analyst, Angela Box, activist, Eugene Howard, filmmaker Sean Welling, and conservative M. Williams. We want to thank you all for joining us here on The Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue is supposed to be, Dr. Jones.
Black fatigue is supposed to be just and I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Basically, society is saying that they're tired of how black people are blaming things that have happened to us historically in the past on what's happening today. And they are also now adding different things that they have seen in society to that behavior as well. As she said, like loud mouthing or maybe, using certain words or certain behaviors. So that's basically the definition in a short sense.
Do we get anywhere with that, with this conversation?
No, this absolutely
okay, good night, folks.
I mean, the thing is, it's an absolutely pointless conversation. It's like, okay, so now what? Thank you for letting us know that there's a new fancy word of you saying that you're tired of black people, and you put it on the internet, and now people are co-signing on it.
You've seen this part of it.
Roll the clip.
Is already. It's not going to do anything in the internet when we're all tired. When I'm saying, we're all tired of something and somewhere, there's always something. So this is not actually going to help anyone psychologically, mentally, emotionally. It's only going to create more divisiveness, more anger, and more hate in society.
And when we see a lot of people, especially black people, joining that chorus, saying that I'm tired of black people too. What will that do?
It's not going to do anything, because here's the thing, that black person or the black people that are on the internet saying that can go somewhere and they're going to be already stereotyped into the group that they're trying to separate themselves from just because they're black. You actually have to be around people to see their behavior. You have to witness their behavior to actually understand who they are. But she could sit there and be in a crowd of a room of black people, and guess who she's going to be included in that group as well. She's not doing anything that is going to help her or her race at this time.
All right, Angela, let's hear from you. Your
Time out.
thoughts about
I think she's wrong about this, because I think that the same people that are listening to her are also identifying that every black person is the same. Because when you're listening to a person say, no, I'm tired of that behavior too. To me, that makes people wake up to realize, oh, there are black people that don't like this. So if I see a crowd of people, that don't mean everybody like it, because I just heard that lady the other day say a bunch of black people are sick of this behavior. That to me creates more diversity of thought and perception of black people than for you just not to say nothing and all that's out there is negative black people stuff. Roll the clip.
It's black fatigue.
Well, with all due respect to Angela, number one, I really disagree with this. It is a completely behavior-based issue. And when white people, black people, Hispanic people are saying we have black fatigue because of the behavior of some black people, we've all seen it, we all know what it is, it's everywhere. And you know, the issue is way more insidious than people realize. And I talk about how a lot of these things come back to what the Democrat Party has done to the black community purposefully, starting with the Great Society of Lyndon B. Johnson, who he famously said, I'm going to have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. When Democrats said you don't need fathers in the home, you can be on welfare and have as many babies as you want. And oh, by the way, we're going to destroy public schools and we're going to make sure that behavior standards are seen as racist. So the out of control behavior that we've seen in the classrooms, in society, all over, is part and parcel of what the Democrat Party has done to the black community.
All right, Eugene, let's hear from you before we have to take a break.
Man, why are we all... What does the Democrat Party have to do with black fatigue?
Everything.
Hold on. Okay, first of all, I think he asked Eugene. So last time I checked, I'm Eugene on stage. So
this fella right here.
The Democratic Party has nothing to do with black fatigue. What the original term from the actual black community of black fatigue was after every other community decided to vote, since you want to talk politics, Donald Trump, then black folks said, we're going to sit this one out. We're going to let this thing burn down and we're going to go have a good time because we're tired. We have been struggling. Our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-great-great-great-grandparents have been fighting this same fight. So if you guys want to turn around, you know, he said the N-word, why don't you guys feel so comfortable, just say it. Just go ahead and say the N-word. We're you know, if it's so okay, if you're so fatigued, if you don't want to recognize the civil rights plight, go ahead and say the N-word. No one's stopping you. It's a free country,
not on
right?
this show, Eugene.
I mean, I'm just
about
saying.
to lose me my show.
but that's my point. It's a lot of things that they want to use code words, whether it's DEI, whether it's black fatigue. They just want to be able to say the N-word without being able to say the N-word.
So do you not find certain behaviors objectionable? Or you think it's cool?
Listen, I live in a real community. I see a whole bunch of unruly white folks, Hispanic folks. So it's not just the black community, but we always want to emphasize on black when it's negative.
All right.
So, do you recognize, young man, that there are black things that black people do that are untoward and an embarrassment? The answer is yes. Any person that live in an all-black neighborhood, what is the objective? The objective is when I make enough money, I'm moving out of this neighborhood. And where do they move? They move to where it's affluent and safe, which is typically around more white people. Let's just keep it real. Unfortunately, we are in a position, or at least black people are in a position, generically speaking, that it's foolery going on. This guy just literally told this white lady, it's not about politics. What does the Democrat Party have to do with black people? To then turn around and say the original idea of black fatigue was when they voted in Donald Trump. So you just said that the origination of the word is from a political basis, but you're mad at her for calling out the Democrat Party as the party that had a negative impact. And the crazy thing is, I would have liked to have listened to the other people that were on the panel, but I would argue that the ones who dissented from the black fatigue statement that the young girl made, those individuals are just like him. They're delusional. They want to say what ifism, right? Well, the white people do this too. Well, who cares what the white people do? You're supposed to be focusing on black people. What are y'all doing? Why can't black people be excellent? Why can't black people commit no crime? Why can't black people get their stuff together? You worry about, oh, it's okay if a white person. That's like your kid coming home and they go out and they steal something from the corner store, and you go, you out there stealing? Well, Dad, they stealing too. I don't give up what they doing. I don't pay the bills. I don't house them. They not my children. I care what you doing. And maybe you could be an influence to other people, but you don't get to go to the lowest common denominator because everybody else is doing it. All right, I think I said enough.
Gotta keep it real, man. We gotta keep it real, man. You know, what do y'all think of this, man?